The next is stereochemical aspects of substitution nucleophilic reaction. Here, the substitution nucleophilic bimolecular reaction proceeds with complete stereochemical inversion, while SN1 reaction proceeds with the racemization. See, we will discuss that these two concepts, that is plane polarized light and optical activity, molecular asymmetry, chirality and enantiomer. Third one is retention and fourth one is inversion. First we will discuss the plane polarized light. The certain some compounds rotate in a plane polarized light in a polarimeter. That instrument name is polarimeter. When it passed through their solution, that such compounds are called optically active. The angle by which the plane polarized light in the rotator in a measured by an instrument is called polarimeter. So this is polarimeter. See here, if the compounds rotate the plane polarized in the right hand direction, that is in clockwise rotation, they are called dextro rotation or dextro-rotatory. Then the compound in a polarimeter through in anti-clockwise direction, they are called levo-rotatory. The dextro-rotatory symbol is the small d, and the sign that is rotated toward the d form, the sign placed before the degree of dissociation, that is the sign is plus. The sign is placed before the degree of rotation. So D and L, levo for L, small l, then sign is minus. The minus sign is placed before the degree of rotation. So such compounds are called optical isomers. The molecular asymmetry, chirality and the enantiomers. Here for a solution in an equal concentration, but that is the magnetic rotation. Like suppose the compounds showing optical rotation, that is an equal magnitude, but opposite directions are called, that is molecular asymmetry. That means the difference of the optical activity was associated with the three-dimensional arrangements of atoms, that is configuration. Here the spatial arrangements of the four groups, that is valency. For example, in a carbon, the spatial arrangements, the four different groups, that is valency around the central carbon in a tetrahedral, and if all the substituents attached to that carbon atoms are different, so they are called asymmetric carbon. For example, here the carbon connected with CH3, C2H5, hydrogen, hydroxide. So look here, the carbon, this carbon connected with CH3, C2H5, OH, hydroxide and hydrogen. The valency to the four groups or groups of atoms are different. So they are called asymmetric carbon or chiral carbon or stereo center. So the resulting molecule would lack of symmetry and is referred to as asymmetric molecule. So asymmetry of the molecule is responsible for the optical activity in such an organic compound. The symmetry and asymmetry are also observed in many day-to-day objects. For a sphere, cube, cone, all identical to their mirror images. Suppose if you put the mirror in cone, suppose mirror is placed in between that cone, means the reflection will be what? The same only. The reflection also cone only. These are called superimposed image. Optically inactive but superimposable. In other hand, for example, if you place the right hand in the mirror, what happens? It shows left hand. So that means optically active, but it gives non-superimposable. So they do not coincide. The objects which are non-superimposable and their mirror image is said to be chiral, and the property is known as the chirality. So while the objects which are the superimposable on the mirror image is called achiral. Chiral means the mirror image is different. Achiral means the mirror image is same. So the molecular chirality can be applied in the organic molecules by constructing models and their and its mirror images, or by drawing three-dimensional structure and attempting to superimpose them in our minds like this. There are other aids, however, that can assist in the recognizing that chiral molecules. See, suppose take example of propan 2-ol and butan 2-ol. Propan 2-ol and butan 2-ol. Look at that, propan 2-ol and the butan 2-ol. Two compounds are there. One is chiral, another one is the achiral molecule. First, the achiral molecule we'll see. First, that this is the mirror. On rotating this, just the propan 2-ol, the opposite of this, the mirror image is what? Just give like this. It means same mirror images on this. Suppose if you rotate the 180 degree, what will be the compound C as what? This the reflection of the compound A. That means C obtained by rotating by B 180 degree. So the C is a superimposable on its a mirror image of A. Look at this, the superimposable mirror image of A. A and C is a superimposable. So as you see, you can see very clearly the propan 2-ol does not contain any asymmetric carbon because the two methyl groups are present. Asymmetric carbon means different carbon surrounded different atoms or groups of atoms should be present. But here the same methyl groups are present. Two methyl groups are present, so that it is a achiral molecule. So it is a tetrahedral carbon are not different, so it is a achiral molecule. Then look at this compound. This is butan 2-ol. The butan 2-ol, look at this CH3 group, C2H5 and CH and OH. This compound is D, E and F. Look at this compound DEF. F is obtained by the rotating E by 180 degree angle. So F, look at this, F is non-superimposable image of the on its mirror image is D. So look at this, this OH is OH present same, but here the CH3 group, but here C2H5 group. So the butan 2-ol has four different groups are attached: CH3, C2H5, hydrogen, hydroxy. So that these molecules are chiral center having. That is a chiral molecule. Some common examples also 2-chlorobutane, 2,3 dihydroxypropanol, like this. So the stereochemistry related to each other, non-superimposable. This non-superimposable mirror images are called enantiomers. I repeat, stereochemistry related to each other, non-superimposable mirror images are called enantiomer compound. The enantiomers possess the identical physical properties, namely melting point, boiling point, refractive index, like this. They only differ with respect to the rotations of the plane polarized light. One of the enantiomers is dextrorotative, other will be a levo. Suppose this is a dextro means dextrorotation means this will be a levo rotation. Rotation only differ. So a mixture containing two enantiomers in equal proportions will have zero optical rotation, as the rotation due to one isomer will be cancelled by the rotation due to the other isomer. Such mixtures is called a racemic mixture or racemic modification. The racemic mixture represented by prefixing, that is DL, R plus or minus before the name. For example, just writing plus or minus butan 2-ol. The process conversion of enantiomer into racemase mixture is called racemization. Then retention. Here, the retention of configuration is the preservation of the integrity of the spatial arrangements of the bond to an asymmetric center during a chemical reaction or a transformation. So, it is also the configurational correlation when a chemical species like X, this is C, A, B, C. So, XC, XC, A, this is carbon A, B, C is converted into Y is adding that chemical species, it converts to Y, C, A, B, C. The same relative configuration. In general, during the reaction, no bond in a stereo center is broken. The product will have the same general configuration of the groups around the stereo center as that the reactant. So such reaction is said to proceed with the retentions of configuration. Consider as a example, look this minus 2 methyl butane 1R, it converts to plus 1 chloro 2 methyl butane. See, just no bond breaken in this stereo center, just leaving of this OH group and addition of this. So the removal of water molecule, so you will getting chloro 1 chloro 2 methyl butane, that is positive. This is levo rotation, this is dextro rotation. So this is the retention, retented, the same configure, just same type. Look at this. Then next is a inversion configuration. Now we will see inversion, retention and racemization. See here the replacement of the X by Y following the reaction. Look at the compound. See the replacement of X by Y. See, this is replacement of the X group. Now this gives retented configuration. This gives A gives retented configuration and the B gives inverted configuration. See, that means the A compounds only obtained the process is called retention configuration. The B compound only compound obtained the process is called inversion compound. Look at this, A, that is the mixture of A and B, that is 50:50%. The mixture of the A and B is called racemization. So this is the racemization process and the product is optically inactive. And as one isomer will rotate light in the direction of opposite to another. Now let us have a fresh look at SN1 and the SN2 reaction mechanism. That is taking example of the optically active alkyl halides. In case of the optically active alkyl halide, the product formed as a result of the SN2 mechanism has the inverted configuration. It gives the inverted configuration configuration as compared to the reactant. This is due to the nucleophile attaches itself on the side opposite to the one where the halogen atom is present. One where halogen atom is present when -2 bromooctane gives plus octane 2R. Here the -2 bromooctane react with the sodium hydroxide to give plus. This is purely experimental method. So that sign is indicated by experimental method in the polarimeter. Plus octane 2R gives. This SN2 reaction, optically active halides are accompanied by the inverted configuration. So in case of The optically alkyl halides in SN1 reaction mechanism are accompanied by the racemization. That means mixture of the inverted and the retention configuration. See, actually the carbocations formed in the slow step. Look at this. The carbocations formed here. The slow step. It is a two-step mechanism. So carbocation formed in the first step. It is a slow step. That is the rate determining step. Here, the attacking of the nucleophile may be that is accomplished from the either side, resulting in a mixture of the product, one having the same configuration, another and the other having the opposite configuration. Look at here. This is the first step. Step 1. This step 1, the step 1 product, that is the carbocation. This is a step 2. It gives, see, one is the same configuration, another one is the different configuration. That is the inverted and the retented. That is mixture of, that is also called racemization. Look at here. The OH is attached here. This attack this carbon atom and stabilized by the positive charge. It gives like this. Then gives minus butane to all. Then suppose the OHs attack in this side, means it gives like this. So this is inverted configuration and this is the retented configuration. That is plus butane to all and minus butane to all. Then next is a elimination reaction. When the haloalkane with beta hydrogen, so here the haloalkane with beta hydrogen means this is alpha carbon, so alpha hydrogen, this is beta, this is alpha and this is beta. So beta hydrogen atom is heated with the alcoholic solution of potassium hydroxide. There is an elimination of the hydrogen atom from the beta carbon, so that elimination of the hydrogen atom from the beta carbon and the halogen atom from the alpha carbon, that is the carbon atom. As a result, the alkene is formed as a product. So you will be getting the ethene. So this is also called beta elimination reaction. When this OH minus, this is base. So this bond is coming here and this bond is goes out. So you will be getting, that is C double bond C, that is an alkene, and H2O and X minus. So if there is a possibility of formation of more than one alkene due to the availability of more than the one beta hydrogen atom, usually one alkene is formed as a major product. These form part of a pattern first observed by the Russian chemist like Zaitsev, Alexander Zaitsev. See, he gave an explanation that is in dehydrohalogenation reaction, the preferred product is that alkene which has the greater number of the alkyl group. The greater number of the alkyl group is attached to the doubly bonded carbon atom. Thus, a 2-bromopentene. So this is a 2-bromopentane. 2-bromopentane gives 2, that is pent 2-ene. This is a major product and pent 1-ene is a minor product. And the elimination versus substitution. The elimination and versus substitution will see a chemical reaction is the result of the competition. It is a race that is won by the fastest runner. A collection of a molecule tend to do by a large, what is the easiest for them. And the alkyl halide with the beta hydrogen atom, when the reacted with a base or a nucleophile, has two competing routes, that is SN1 and the SN2, and the elimination. Which route will be taken up depends upon the nature of the alkyl halide. So strength and size of the nucleophile are based and the reaction condition. Thus, the bulkier nucleophile will prefer to act as a base and abstract a proton rather than the approach of the tetravalent of the carbon atom, that is in the steric region, already we were discussed, and the vice versa. Similarly, a primary alkyl halide will prefer a SN2 mechanism. The secondary alkyl halide SN2 or the elimination depending upon the strength of the nucleophile, and the tertiary halide SN1 or the elimination depending upon the stability of the carbocation or more substituted alkene. So here the elimination reaction is, look at this, you will be getting the two product. Then the substitution, just this group is attached here. So this is called the elimination versus substitution reaction. Then reaction with metal. Here the alkyl halide, the ethyl bromide react with magnesium in the presence of the dry ether. It gives a Grignard reagent, that is ethyl magnesium bromide. This is the reaction with metal. It also called the organometallic compounds because the carbon metal bonds, carbon metal with halide bond, this is organometallic compound. Here this generally the Grignard reagent simply called RMGX, that is any alkyl group react with the magnesium and the halide, any halide. So in the Grignard reagent, the carbon magnesium bond is covalent, it is highly polar with carbon pulling electrons from the electropositive magnesium. This is the electropositive magnesium. So the magnesium halogen bond is essentially ionic. So that this is partially positive and this is partially negative and this is partially negative. So Grignard reagents are highly reactive and react with any source of the proton to give the hydrocarbon like this. Even in water, alcohol, amines, like this. Here the RMGX, this is the Grignard reagent, react with water to give the hydrocarbon. So then the Wurtz reaction. When the alkyl halide react with the sodium metal to form alkane, this hydrocarbon and 2 moles of NaX. So this is the name reaction. This is called Wurtz reaction. The alkyl halide react with sodium in the presence of dry ether. So it gives the alkane. Already we were discussing in 11th standard itself. So that this is the reaction with metals. Thank you.